You didn't lack discipline. You ran out of energy. That sentence explains more failed budgets than any spreadsheet ever could. Because smart people don't fail at budgeting for the reasons everyone assumes. They're not careless. They're not impulsive. They are not bad with money. They're tired. Mentally tired. Budgeting doesn't fail because you didn't care. It fails because it quietly demands energy every single day. And energy is limited. Smart people understand money. They read. They plan. They optimize. They sit down with good intentions and build a clean budget. Categories, percentages, rules. It feels responsible, controlled, adult. For a while, it even works. Then life shows up. A long workday, bad sleep, a stressful week, an unexpected expense. And suddenly, the budget starts slipping. Not because you forgot the rules, because you were exhausted. Here's the part no one tells you. Budgeting is not a money problem. It's an energy problem. Every budget assumes a version of you that is calm, focused, and consistent. That version doesn't exist every day. Life doesn't pause, so you can make perfect decisions. And smart people feel this failure more deeply because they know what they should do. When the budget breaks, it doesn't just cost money. It costs self-trust. You don't think, this system failed. You think, I failed. So you try harder. You tighten categories. You track more closely. You open the app more often, which drains even more energy. This is the quiet loop smart people get trapped in. They believe the answer is more discipline. But discipline is expensive. It requires constant attention, constant restraint, constant decision-making, and decisions stack. Think about your day. When to wake up, what to wear, how to reply to emails, what to prioritize, how to handle people, what to eat. By the time money decisions show up, your mental battery is already low. So budgeting becomes one more thing asking for willpower. That's why it fails at night, on weekends, during stressful months. Not because you don't care, because you're human. The smartest people burn out first because they rely on thinking instead of structure. They try to outthink money instead of outdesign it. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Budgeting assumes control. Life creates chaos. When those collide, chaos wins. Budgeting puts money in defense mode, reacting, adjusting, responding. Every expense becomes a decision. Every purchase a mini negotiation. Is this allowed? Can I move money from another category? I'll fix it later. That constant negotiation is exhausting. So eventually, your brain does what it's designed to do. It looks for relief. And relief often looks like ignoring the system. Not because you're weak, because your brain is conserving energy. This is why budgeting advice feels gaslighting to smart people. Just stick to it. Be consistent. Build better habits. They have habits. They just don't have infinite energy. Here's where the shift happens. The problem was never budgeting itself. The problem was putting decisions where systems should be. Smart people don't need more rules. They need fewer decisions. That's the pivot. Instead of deciding every month, you move decisions upstream. You decide once, then structure repeats it for you. Money stops asking for daily attention. It stops interrupting your life. This is why simple systems beat detailed budgets long-term. Not because they're smarter, because they're lighter. A budget says, pay attention constantly. A system says, set this once and step away. That difference is everything. Smart people fail at budgeting because they manage money with thinking. But thinking is fragile. It disappears under stress. Systems don't. A system works when you're tired, distracted, unmotivated. That's the standard money should meet, not your best day or your worst one. This is also why smart people feel more shame around money. They expect themselves to figure it out. So when budgeting fails, they internalize it. They don't see a flawed structure. They see a personal flaw. That's backwards. If a system requires perfect behavior to work, it's a bad system. Money systems should reduce friction, not add to it. They should remove decisions, not multiply them. They should run quietly in the background. The goal isn't control, it's relief. Real financial calm doesn't come from watching every dollar. It comes from knowing your money is handling itself without supervision. That's why the best setups look boring. Automatic transfers, separate accounts, clear priorities, no constant checking, no constant adjusting. Boring beats brilliant, every time. Smart people don't need motivation. They need design. Design accepts reality. Reality says you'll be tired, distracted, overloaded. So you build money structures that don't care how you feel. That's the difference between effort-based finance and energy-proof finance. Effort-based systems fail silently. Energy-proof systems compound quietly. Once you see this, budgeting stops feeling like a personal failure and starts looking like a mismatch. You weren't lazy. You weren't undisciplined. You asked a fragile system to survive real life. And real life always wins. The fix isn't more effort. It's less dependence on it. Because money shouldn't need your attention to behave. It should work because you're human, not despite it. That's why budgeting fails for smart people. And why the answer isn't trying harder. It's designing smarter.